there's something truly magical about Christmas. It's that time of year when homes sparkle with twinkling lights, the scent of cinnamon and spices fills the air, and families come together to create traditions that will be remembered for a lifetime. Among all the heartwarming holiday traditions, one stands out as both delicious and creative: the making of gingerbread houses. These edible masterpieces, with their rich aroma of ginger and whimsical candy decorations, have become a symbol of festive joy and creativity during the holiday season. Whether you're building one for fun with the kids or entering a professional competition, there's no denying that gingerbread houses capture the very essence of Christmas cheer. Today we're diving into this sweet tradition to uncover its fascinating history, the meticulous process behind it, and why it continues to hold such a special place in American holiday culture. Stick around, because by the end of this journey, you'll be inspired to create your own edible work of art. The tradition of gingerbread houses goes back hundreds of years, and its story is as rich and flavorful as the treat itself. It all started in medieval Europe, where gingerbread wasn't just a dessert but a centerpiece for festivals and religious celebrations. Back then, ginger was considered an exotic spice, introduced from Asia, and it was prized for its flavor and even its supposed medicinal properties. Bakers began shaping gingerbread into intricate designs, creating patterns and figures for fairs and holidays. The idea of crafting actual houses from gingerbread, however, is believed to have originated in 16th century Germany. During this time, bakers would bake decorative gingerbread houses during Christmas to celebrate the season. The tradition skyrocketed in popularity thanks to the famous Brothers Grimm fairy tale, Hansel and Gretel, which featured a house made entirely of sweets and gingerbread deep in the forest. Suddenly, the idea of a magical edible home captured imaginations everywhere. When German immigrants came to America, they brought this beloved tradition with them, and over time, it evolved into a holiday staple across the United States. In the early 20th century, gingerbread houses became widely accessible thanks to pre-made kits, making it easy for families to join in the fun without having to bake everything from scratch. Today, it's more than just an activity, it's an art form. Gingerbread house competitions take place all over the country, from small community events to national contests featuring life-sized houses that look like something out of a fairy tale. In fact, the largest gingerbread house ever made was built in Texas in 2013. It was so massive that it covered 39,000 cubic feet and required an astonishing 1,800 pounds of butter, 7,200 eggs, and over 36 million calories worth of ingredients. Now that's what you call a sweet accomplishment. But what makes gingerbread houses so special isn't just their look or taste, it's the experience. It's the laughter shared around the kitchen table, the creativity that flows as you pick out the perfect candy decorations, and the memories that last long after the last gumdrop is eaten. Making a gingerbread house is one of those rare traditions that combines art, food, and family bonding in a way few other activities can. If you've never tried it before, don't worry, we're going to walk you through the process step by step, so you can bring a little extra magic to your holiday season. Every gingerbread house starts with one essential component: the dough. This isn't just any dough, it's a rich, spiced mixture that forms the foundation of your creation. The process begins with a fragrant blend of warm spices like ginger, cinnamon, and cloves. These not only give gingerbread its signature flavor but also fill your home with the unmistakable aroma of Christmas. Next, butter and sugar are creamed together to create a smooth, rich base, before molasses is added to deepen the color and flavor. An egg is whisked in for structure, and finally the dry ingredients, flour, baking soda, and spices, are folded in to form a stiff, workable dough. Once it's ready, the dough is carefully wrapped and chilled, allowing it to rest before it's transformed into the walls and roof of your gingerbread masterpiece. Now comes the fun part: designing your house. Before you cut into the dough, you'll need a template. This is where your imagination can run wild. Do you want a cozy little cottage, a grand Victorian-style house, or maybe even a whimsical candy castle? Grab some paper or sturdy cardboard and sketch out your design, making sure to include every piece: the front and back walls, side walls, roof panels, and even extras like chimneys or windows for that extra festive charm. Label each piece and double-check the measurements so everything will fit together perfectly like a holiday puzzle. Once your template is ready, it's time to cut out the dough. After chilling, the dough is rolled out to an even thickness and cut according to your template. Each piece is carefully placed on a baking sheet, ready to be baked into golden perfection. As they bake, the irresistible scent of spiced gingerbread fills the kitchen, setting the perfect holiday mood. Once baked, the pieces need time to cool completely. This step is crucial because warm gingerbread can be fragile and prone to breaking during assembly. When the pieces are sturdy and cool, it's time for the best part: construction and decorating. Assembling a gingerbread house is like building a tiny, edible home, and the secret to success is royal icing. This thick, white icing acts as the glue that holds everything together. Made from powdered sugar, egg whites, and a touch of lemon juice, royal icing dries hard, creating a strong bond. Start by piping icing along the edges of the walls and carefully pressing them together. It's best to let the walls set for a bit before adding the roof, as this prevents collapsing. Once the basic structure is secure, the real fun begins: decorating. This is where you can let your creativity shine. From colorful gumdrops to candy canes, peppermints, chocolate pieces, sprinkles, and even mini marshmallows, the possibilities are endless. Some people go for classic Christmas charm with red and green candies, while others create elaborate winter wonderlands with shimmering sugar snow and candy figurines. You can add frosted windows, candy cane fences, gumdrop pathways, and even little Christmas trees made from upside-down ice cream cones covered in green frosting. If you want to take things to the next level, add lights, edible glitter, or even make the house part of a bigger display with other festive elements. Building a gingerbread house isn't just about creating something pretty, it's about the joy of the process. It's about spending time with family, laughing when the roof slides off for the third time, sneaking a candy or two while decorating, and proudly displaying your creation as the centerpiece of your holiday decor. And when Christmas is over, you can either keep it as a decoration or enjoy breaking it apart for a sweet snack. Either way, the memories you create while making it will last far longer than the house itself. In a world that often feels rushed, traditions like this remind us to slow down, savor the moment, and embrace the magic of the season. So, this Christmas, gather your family, roll up your sleeves, and create something truly special. Whether you're using a store-bought kit or baking from scratch, your gingerbread house will be more than just a holiday treat. It'll be a symbol of creativity, togetherness, and the joy of Christmas. So go ahead, turn up the holiday music, pour yourself a cup of hot cocoa, and let the sweet smell of gingerbread fill your home as you build a masterpiece that even Hansel and Gretel would envy. Have you ever walked into a cozy home during the holiday season and been instantly greeted by the sweet, spicy aroma of gingerbread? There's something magical about gingerbread houses. They're more than just edible decorations, they're a cherished holiday tradition that brings families and friends together every December. Whether you grew up crafting these whimsical creations as a child or recently picked up the tradition with your own family, gingerbread houses hold a special place in American holiday culture. But have you ever wondered what really goes into making one of these festive masterpieces? Today we're taking you behind the scenes and showing you everything you need to know to create a stunning gingerbread house from scratch, starting with the icing that holds it all together, to the intricate decorations that transform simple gingerbread panels into a winter wonderland. Trust us, by the end of this you'll be ready to roll up your sleeves, grab your favorite candies, and build a centerpiece that will have everyone talking. The foundation of every beautiful gingerbread house starts with royal icing, the edible glue that holds everything in place. This isn't your average frosting. It's strong, durable, and sets like cement while still looking gorgeous. To make the perfect royal icing, start by beating a few fresh egg whites with a touch of cream of tartar. This secret ingredient helps stabilize the mixture and gives your icing that smooth, glossy finish. Once your egg whites are frothy, gradually add powdered sugar little by little, while continuing to beat the mixture on high speed. The goal is to create stiff peaks that hold their shape when you lift the whisk. If the icing seems a little too soft, don't worry, just add more powdered sugar until it reaches the perfect consistency. You want it thick enough to act like glue but still easy to pipe through a pastry bag. Once it's ready, transfer the icing into a piping bag fitted with a small round tip for precise application. This step is crucial because neat piping makes your house look polished and professional. Now comes the fun part: assembling your gingerbread house. Start by choosing a sturdy base, like a thick cake board or a piece of strong cardboard, to support your creation. The last thing you want is your masterpiece collapsing under its own weight. Begin by applying a generous line of royal icing along the bottom edge of your first wall and press it firmly onto the base. Hold it steady for a few moments to let the icing set slightly. This is your foundation, so make sure it's secure. Next, take your second wall and apply icing along both the base and the edge that will connect to the first wall. Press the two walls together to form a perfect corner, holding them in place until they stick. Repeat this process with the remaining walls, working carefully to ensure everything is aligned. Once the four walls are standing tall, it's time to add the roof. Pipe a thick line of icing along the top edges of the walls and gently place the roof panels on top, pressing them together at the peak for a snug fit. It's like building a tiny house, only sweeter. When the structure is complete, let it sit for a little while to firm up. Patience is key here. If you rush into decorating, your house could collapse, and nobody wants that during the holidays. Once it's stable, it's time to unleash your creativity. This is where the real magic happens. Start with the roof. Think of it as the crowning glory of your gingerbread house. You can create elegant icicles by piping delicate lines of icing along the edges or mimic the look of shingles with overlapping patterns. For an extra festive touch, stick colorful candies, mini chocolate pieces, or even cereal squares onto the roof for a textured, eye-catching effect. The possibilities are endless, and this is your chance to make your gingerbread house truly one of a kind. Next, move on to the walls. Pipe outlines for windows and doors, then fill them in with sprinkles, bright candies, or tiny chocolate squares. You can even add shutters, wreaths, or little heart shapes to give your house a warm, welcoming vibe. Want to go the extra mile? Create a pathway leading to the front door using crushed cookies, pretzels, or even graham cracker crumbs. Line the path with candy canes for that classic holiday look. And don't forget to add whimsical details like marshmallow snowmen, gumdrop bushes, and miniature edible trees. These small touches make a big difference and turn your gingerbread house into a magical winter wonderland. For the finishing touch, dust everything with a light sprinkle of powdered sugar to mimic freshly fallen snow. This simple trick instantly makes your creation look picture-perfect and ready for the spotlight on your holiday table. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate just how much gingerbread houses mean during the holidays. They're not just about baking, they're about tradition, creativity, and making memories that last a lifetime. Across the U.S., families come together every year to build these edible works of art. And for those who take the craft seriously, there's even a Guinness World Record dedicated to gingerbread villages. Have you heard of Gingerbread Lane in New York City? It's the world's largest gingerbread village, crafted entirely from edible components, and it's nothing short of spectacular. Chef John Lovitch, the mastermind behind this incredible display, spends about 9 months and over 1,500 hours every year designing and constructing the village. He draws inspiration from New York City's iconic streetscapes, turning them into sugary dreamscapes that leave visitors in awe. Imagine walking through a city made entirely of gingerbread, with candy-lined streets and frosting-covered rooftops. It's the ultimate holiday fantasy brought to life. What's fascinating is how much planning and precision goes into these large-scale gingerbread creations. Every piece has to be baked perfectly, measured to exact dimensions, and assembled with expert skill. The icing has to be the right consistency to hold everything together, and the decorations need to be strategically placed to balance aesthetics and stability. It's a true art form that combines culinary talent with architectural genius. And even if you're just making one at home, you can take inspiration from these incredible displays. Think about adding multiple layers, creating a little village of your own, or even incorporating themes like a ski lodge, a cozy cabin, or Santa's workshop. Of course, making a gingerbread house isn't just about the end result, it's about the process. It's about gathering in the kitchen with your family, laughing as you sneak a few candies while decorating, and sharing stories as you build something beautiful together. It's the kind of tradition that warms the heart and fills your home with joy. And the best part? When the holidays are over, you can actually eat your masterpiece, or at least nibble on the leftover decorations. So, are you ready to start your gingerbread adventure? Grab your ingredients, make that royal icing, and let your imagination run wild. And here's a tip: don't stress about perfection. The most beautiful gingerbread houses aren't always the ones with flawless lines. They're the ones made with love, laughter, and a little bit of holiday magic. If your walls are a little crooked or your roof sags just a bit, don't worry. Add more icing, stick on a candy cane, and call it a day. At the end of the day, it's not about building the perfect house. It's about creating sweet memories that you'll cherish for years to come. Before you go, we'd love to hear from you. What's your most meaningful memory of making gingerbread houses? Was it a fun family tradition, a friendly competition, or maybe a surprise success story? Share your experiences in the comments below. We can't wait to read them. And if you enjoyed this sweet journey with us, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more festive food adventures. Until next time, keep spreading holiday cheer one gingerbread house at a time.